Are you ready? Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Phenomenal.
You can get it walking. You can get it talking. You can get it working a plow. Matter of fact, I got it now. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. Victoria Bitter.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that smooth toffee ice cream in the centre. Or that whole delicious golden gay time taste.
Hard to have a gay time on your own.
Street.
I'm Danny, and I'm here to call out all you crack pack bitches. You think I don't see you there? I'm the OG of this shit. But you come after the king, you better come correct. I'm Danny, motherfucker. Who are you, crack pack? You smoke crack. You better watch your back.
Professor, would you say it's time for our viewers to crack each other's heads open and feast on the goo inside?
Yes, I would, Kent.
Alrighty then. What's up, everyone? What's up? As Sumo Thori says, as I would say, we're going to have a fun show tonight. We are. It's going to be a fun stream indeed. Lots of cool things to look at, new things to see, campaigns coming up onto Fund My Comic, and I'm stalling because I'm still loading the first ping file, PNG file in there. There it is. It's getting there. There it is. We're gonna be quick too. A few minutes to get in. I sent the link to Brian because we got no time to waste. I told him, go live with this thing at 10 past. I hope I sent him the right link. Goodness knows. I have been known to boomer a stream here or two. He's got it. We're all good. We're all good. How are you tonight? I'm feeling good, even though I'm limping. Shadowpunk says, I want my Lucent shirt and I want it now. Oh, do you? This shirt right here? Da-da-da-da. Hang on, I got another one. I got another one to show off. I brought one in special. This is one I made earlier. Look at that. It came out so perfectly. The colors look so much nicer in real life. It's kind of muted on this screen, but I do that, because I get a bit colorful. We can look at that a bit later. Brian just popped in. Let me just very quickly, because we've got like 2 minutes here. Let me very quickly nudge this over here, put this up here. Mo, you are tied with the great Jeremy Burtz for the first number of firsts. It wasn't you, Llama. It wasn't you, Dean. Dean, you could have taken it. It was this man right here. All dancing the dance of the llama. It's Hail Mo Biggs. Yeah, you're 14 each. So congratulations. You've made it. We now have a race. Mr. Criscow, my friend. How are you going?
How are you doing, my friend?
How many times have we been in this battle ring with Six Gun Gorilla? Spreading it out there to the world.
Many times, and you have always been a great supporter, and I appreciate you, brother.
I'm a big supporter of cool people with good books, and I can't remember the tagline on this one. Very big gorilla, big gun.
It's a very big ape with very big guns, blowing very big holes, very bad people.
Yeah, you said it better. You said it better. No, I love this book. I love Six Gun Gorilla. I should have gone and grabbed it off my shelf, but I've been out. I don't know if you saw, I've been out picking up t-shirts. Look at this.
Yeah, no, that's badass, dude.
I'm so happy. I'm so relieved as well, because you just never know. The first time they did the colors, they weren't right. So I did a printout for them and they nailed it. The last one I had it done, the Tampa variant, which is like a more kind of 80s horror style.
Right.
It still looks amazing. Hey, this thing is set to launch at 10 past. Is that right?
It's supposed to be launched now. If you want to reload, I set it for 9 EST, and it is
all right.
9 EST here. And just
hold on a sec. Let me look. Right. Yeah, because we have had issues with Fund My Comic in the past when people have set it to different time zones, but
I know.
Let me look.
And
they're all hold on a sec. Hold that thought. Thought.
Turn it up! Turn it up!
Here we go.
Somebody already backed it.
Oh.
Sorry, me actually. He said I backed it. Where is it?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And also, I should mention that there is also a Indiegogo campaign that I just launched as well. But here's the thing. I want people to back on fundmycomic.com. The Indiegogo campaign, which just launched, is bare bones. That is to say, you can only get the trade paperbacks, volumes 1, volumes 2, and of course, the 2-pack for
this is where the good stuff is.
This is where the good shit is. If you want the fly shit, if you want the dope shit, you want the cool shit, you got to go to Fund My Comic. I should also mention that this is an extension of a previous campaign. A lot of shit happened to both Preston and myself. We both lost our houses. He lost his house to a tornado. I lost my house to foreclosure.
Was the Voss style?
Yeah, it's just
not as dramatic, but still
catastrophic shit. Catastrophic shit for both of us. Thing is, now he's already doing the pen. He's finished the pencils. He's finished up all the pencils for issue 9, and he's also well into the pencils for issue 10. So we're gonna have this out to people hopefully in, I'm thinking, 3 months, 4 months.
Preston's getting busy out there at the moment.
Oh my god,
doing work.
He's a beast.
Doing
He's
great work.
Yeah,
now you come down there to me. He says Bancroft prefers it when you bare your bone. Well, it depends on which. Depends on who you are. Geronimo says, "Sorry about the house." Shout out to.
It's okay. Shit happens.
Shout out to Based Art Department, who was back in number 1. It looks like he says he backed it. We've got one backer here, so
thank you, sir.
I think we've have to refresh it over here on my a very reasonable goal. If we can convince enough people to come in and take part and get on board the gorilla train, 6-gun gorilla train, the wagon trail. Sorry, get on board the 6-gun gorilla wagon trail. We could see this thing funded tonight. It could definitely be done. But here he is, Based Art Department. I think I was back in number 1. Met you at Garden State. You traded me my pixel art ash can for 6-gun gorilla. You have a friend and a fan in me. You hyped me up so much. I devoured your book. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for the super chat there. It sounds like you met a friend over there at Garden State.
I met a bunch of really cool people. A lot of people that I knew just like this, over YouTube. Got to meet Andy Smith, Graham Nolan. Got to meet a bunch of really cool fans. Got to meet Dan Fraga, who gave me a
massive. What? What did he give you?
Dan Fraga gave me a little gift. Let's see what's in here. Oh, looks like a cigar.
Did he roll that himself?
Funny for a cigar, but if we do reach 500, if we do reach the goal, I will be sparking this up.
Light it up. Yeah, I got massive convention FOMO at the moment. It looked like so much fun. The photos, not enough photos. Shout out to Flying Feline for taking some great photos of that con.
Met so many great fans. Just like regular folks that were interested in getting into this field of ours.
Housemaster Dan is doubting whether that's a cigar at all. He's thinking it might be something else.
Oh, come on.
Also, can we just say hello to the Rumble gang quickly, who are over there on Rumble? Tassus Jones is over there.
Hell of chat, by the way.
Drake's Tears Tastes Great is over there as well. Tassus says there used to be a lot of gorilla in comics. We need more of them. Maybe 6-gun gorilla will start a trend. I mean, hopefully. We've been trying to get 6-gun gorilla to be the leading gorilla comic out there.
Yeah.
It could be. It's definitely my favorite gorilla comic that I've ever read.
Oh, thank you. I mean, look, who doesn't love gorillas? Gorillas are just badass, right?
People love gorillas.
Yeah, hell
especially when they're gun-toting gorillas. Especially when they look like that.
Once again, Preston.
Who does this guy think he is, Brian?
He's the new Simon Bisley. He is really he is just about there. If he's not there, he's very close to there. He of course took over the art duties after my friend Adrian Sibar passed away, and he has just been killing it. I met a bunch of people at the Garden State Comic Con, actually, at the Graham Nolan party, who told me they really love what he's doing. And I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's freaking Preston. The guy is just a delight to work with.
The covers, the interior, he's doing crazy interiors as well.
Oh my god. Yeah. Which
and he's a stand-up dude, Preston.
Yeah, he is. He's a gentleman. I bust his balls a lot, of course, but for reals, he is just a really, really great guy, and it is a joy and a pleasure to.
Snap! You got a Dillard cover.
Yes, I did. Because here's the thing. I have to have I figured, okay, if I'm doing Fun My Comic, this is where the fly shit's going to be, right? So this is where you're going to get a cool variant cover, if you want it, which will be a Fun My Comic exclusive, right? And also there's going to be people that back in the next 24 hours will be getting a free print of this.
That's
and also of the Adam Miller.
Adam Miller.
Yes.
Yeah. So they get this and Adam Miller if you back in the next 24 hours. Is that correct?
Word. And people that backed the previous campaign, they're getting all this shit. And they're probably going to get something that's exclusive that no one else is getting because they've been waiting. And when people wait for stuff from me, I compensate them for it. Like, finally got this thing.
Some of that extra. Whoa, what is that?
That took long enough. This is the figurine. 3D printed by my man, Simon Poitier, my Quebecois friend. And it is super high quality resin.
3D printing has gotten so good. My wife knows a guy who's into it, and they're indistinguishable from, molded models these days. Remember even when we first started, 5 or 6 years ago, people would put up their 3D printers. You could see all the lines and everything. That's all gone now.
I know. And that's the thing. Sim just got like the new shit, right? And they're like a really like premium 3D printer. And I have a feeling he's going to be making these for a lot of our campaigns.
So is that available as an add-on or something on this campaign?
Yes, it is.
Ooh,
and
right.
Yes. And the people that had to wait like 2 years for this, they got two of these and a written apology from yours truly, because
one to paint and then one to love.
Right. Whatever.
Mrs. Bancroft, have you ever considered compensating your viewers for my drastically late stream? I get called out, Brian, because I'm like 2 minutes late. Everyone else is 15, 20 minutes late.
Fashionably late.
Exactly. I'm late and gay. Jake Martin backed. He's guessing his back in number 2. Yeah, you just get random numbers on Fund My Comic. I suppose you get something now, but the way we do it is if you say you backed and you type it in the chat, it's in order of when you type in the chat. So you are back in number 2, Jake. Thank you so much. You're in very good hands with this book. This is my favorite book of. What year did I first back this? I'm probably going to say maybe 2021. Can't really remember. Great book. Lots of fun. Lots of heart too. Lots of heart in this book. It's a really, they're rare, and they are rare in the indie space where you get a story that is, so well crafted as this one. So, and I don't say that, you guys know, I don't say that about every comic that I read. So
for sure.
I really do recommend and rate Six Gun Gorilla. So if you haven't got it yet, it looks like now's the time to jump in, because now's when you're going to get the most bang for your buck. Did you see what it did there?
Yeah, she did. She was clever.
Fun. And Mo says it's not gay like Bancroft makes it sound. It's got badass heart. Well,
thank you.
I like romance. I don't know if you do. I like romance stories, and everyone thinks that makes me gay because I like, men and women getting together in stories.
There's romance in this. There's just not gorilla romance, but there is a human romance.
No, I don't care for that. I don't care for that kind of romance.
No, nothing. Do not go into that territory. Maybe when he goes to Africa, he'll need a nice.
Felix Haas says agrees. Six Gun Gorilla is a great book. Actually, series of books. So is when it gets to 10, is that it? Is that's wrapped up?
That's it? This is the end of what? This journey started 12 years ago for me. And, like Jack Kirby said, comics will break your heart, kid. And so there's been a lot of joy, heartbreak, so much emotion that's been put into this book. And I'm glad that people read it and get that from it, right? Because you never know if people are going to really get what you're doing.
You love it, but other people are going to love it. That's
right.
the big nail biting moment.
Right. And people have told me like, oh man, I read your book. It made me cry and shit like that. I'm just like floored. But people have really connected with it. And, I couldn't be happier. But this isn't necessarily, look, I could probably write six Gun Gorilla books for the rest of my life. This is the end of the Long Days of Vengeance arc. So this is all the
This is the Six Gun Gorilla book. If you want to continue it, well, we'll see in the future. If you want to jump back into the pit of hell, is making comics.
Well, no, I mean I'm doing other books too. I'm doing Blood Moon Stomp with our friend Adam, and he is going to be releasing that soon. I got pics from that I would love to share that he told me that I could share. And of course, I'm doing Hell Knight with Preston Asevedo. I'm also doing Nine Devils with Preston Asevedo. People are hiring me.
You're keeping the man busy.
Yeah, no, people are actually hiring. That's the thing. It's like I had like 3 years that were just like sheer hell, and now it's like people are paying me to write comics, and I'm editing now too. Like,
awesome, man.
Yeah, so it's like people seem to like. I managed to like trick people into thinking that I know what I'm doing, and I seem to be getting away with it. So no complaints.
We got another backer here by the name of Mr. Howe Comics. Is distinguished artiste himself. Mr. Howe Comics has just backed it. He's got on board the wagon trail. Thank you so much, Hal.
Thank you.
You really are going to enjoy it. Watcher of the Dam says, if Alan Alonso loves it, Six Gun Gorilla is good. You can just rest assured it is a good, fun story. The man can write. Mo Biggs is even saying it.
Mike Barron's a big fan. Dixon is like he actually reviewed it on his channel. Yeah.
Oh man, that's so cool.
Oh my god.
That's like Mike Barron said the same thing about my book, and I was just like, jaw on the floor. He's like, this is a freaking great book. I was like,
I know, is that great?
Really? Wow, that's so cool, man. Chuck Dixon, that's awesome. Well done.
Yeah, and I mean, he said that he doesn't like with westerns. He likes his westerns straight. He doesn't like his westerns with gorillas or werewolves or vampires. But he said he read this and he loved it. He said it's a traditional.
Well, that was always the thing. That was always the thing that sold me on your book from the very beginning. Was that it's a western with a gorilla in it. Yes. That acts kind of like human, but it's played pretty straight. It's played like a western. He's a gorilla. I mean, obviously that features into the story in a big way, but it's not a campy romp. Across the West. It's a proper story,
right? Because everything these days is kind of winking at you, and I always like my thing is to take an outrageous premise and tell a serious story with it, and I always feel that when you have a really crazy premise, it's more fun if you play it straight, rather than if you're always like winking at the audience. And of course, I'm doing a western with a gorilla. I had to have a Zeppelin. Had to have a Zeppelin in this.
Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking this Zeppelin edition. It's a cool thing. You don't see enough Zeppelins anymore.
No, he
says
don't.
he liked his western straight. Chuck and Bancroft couldn't be more diametrically opposed.
Oh snap! Oh snap!
Interesting. Yeah, those covers with the Zeppelins on it look rad. Look at that.
Yeah,
I love that gun, by the way, Dillard.
Oh,
that gun.
Dillard's amazing.
Shiny gun. Here we go.
I bust his balls a lot. I'm just like, I gave him good money and he gave me this crappy cover. It looked like his daughter did it in crayons, but no, of course.
I just hear him saying, "What the hell?"
The cowboy that's like falling to his death. Just the detail.
Yeah,
just fantastic.
What's gonna kill him? The gunshot or the fall? Wait, read it and find out.
It's probably gonna be the big hole in his chest.
Speaking of sin,
his heart used to be.
The cover on here as well.
Yes, that's my man Simon Simwatier. Yes, with colors by Michael Beacon. Although I may have to get him to tune down the purple. I don't know what it is, but it is a thing that when people color this character, they want to make him purple. Maybe they're Grape Ape fans. Remember Grape Ape? Grape Ape. It was like this giant gorilla. It was like in a cartoon.
We had that here.
I
just know when you like. When you're coloring a black gorillas aren't even really black. They're sort of blue.
Well, like blue black.
They're blue black, and then if you want to light that up, you can either go red or purple because that's sort of,
Right.
on either side of it. So I think that's probably what's happening there.
Right.
He can fix that up.
That looks cool.
Everyone remembers Grape Ape except me. I don't know what that is. Bancroft, this was before Grape was a way to get around. All right, it's not that kind of ape. Good.
Just saying it.
Passman Stan says they don't reflect light, don't they? Is that a thing? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I haven't gotten into the
science. But I'm not sure about that. And then of course they've got
that's sort of more into physics. So first of all, very quick elevator pitch of what is Six Gun Gorilla about, and then I'm going to ask you, what people can expect. And we've got a Zeppelin coming in here now.
I know, is that great? I just love it. Six Gun Gorilla is a revenge western with a gorilla. It is basically, and I'm shocked at how few people have gotten this, right? But the real secret of this is it's Tarzan turned on its head. Instead of a human that's raised by gorilla-like creatures called the Manjani in Africa in the jungle, this is an ape that's raised in human civilization by humans.
You pronounce human like a Ferengi. Human.
But yeah,
I know. I didn't. Maybe I did subconsciously, but no, I don't think I did. Yeah, that's great. I never thought about it like that. It's Tarzan flipped on his head. You're exactly right.
So basically, yeah, no, I mean, it's about a gorilla that his troop is wiped out by a great white hunter type. And he is taken captive and is won in a poker game by a kindly Irish carnival worker who then creates a circus. And so basically he's a circus gorilla and a trick shot, right? They could make him these big giant guns and he blows like, yeah,
he's a big gorilla. He's a big boy.
Like beer kegs out of the air, that sort of thing. He's a big boy. Yeah. He's chunky but funky. And then
which is funny when you're reading it. It's funny when you're reading it because you're like, I wouldn't mess with this thing. Like if I saw a massive gorilla walk into a saloon with big cannon guns, I wouldn't be picking a fight with him. But I guess people in the West, they have, they think highly of their dueling abilities, I suppose.
Well, I mean, it's not people starting shit with him. It's him coming after the people that murdered his human father. And and if people get in the way,
note to self: don't murder the gorilla's father.
Yes.
Yes.
And mind you,
don't murder the only human who's ever shown him any kindness.
Well, I mean, he has his older sister, Abigail, who is featured prominently in this, and then he's got Giuliano Schmidt, a Italian/German immigrant who's also a spy for the Union during the Civil War, and basically Kumba, that's Six Gun Gorilla's real name. He he and his family, they're like down in Texas, and they're like, well, let's stay away from the war. The war is towards the north, so we'll just stay down here in the south and stay as far away from that nonsense as possible. But then, of course, the Civil War finds its way to them, and so you've got what I think is a good pulp plot. I mean, I consider myself a pulp writer, and this is very much in the spirit of the old
pulp fans over here.
Yeah, boy.
White face dick here. Everyone just I don't think there's any gorillas in that book, although they might have to double check.
Although there should be.
I just wanted to shout out. I think got another backer here. Bretsky the Great believes he's backer number 4. I think you are too, Bretsky the Great. You're the fourth person to say so. So actually, let's go up the top and see where we're up to. I don't know if anyone's backed anything big, so we might be. Depends on what they backed. All right. 29% funded. Would love to see this fully funded while we're live. That would be friggin' amazing because then we can all celebrate.
I intend to.
And I want to see Brian celebrate too. I want to see Brian light up.
and look, you know, I really wanted to throw everything that I have behind fundmycomic.com because, you know, Luke built a canoe, so time to grab an oar. And I was one of the naysayers. I was one of the people that believed that his venture was going to fail. At the same time, right?
I mean, I've been eating my hat.
Yeah. Very, very happily eating my hat, right? Because I wanted this to succeed, but people were like, "Do you think it's going to succeed?" And I privately, and I was like, "Nah, I don't think he is." But we should.
I said it publicly.
Throw our weight behind it anyway.
I was like, "This is too hard. This is too. You guys have no idea what goes into this," and I'm still blown away that he and his team about being able to pull this off and maintain it, and it's friggin' working. And you know, some of these campaigns, especially the exclusive ones, are making really good money on it. So
they sure are.
Yeah, I've eaten my hat and then I regurgitated it and tipped it to Luke and the team over at Fund My
Yeah,
Comic.
man. Well,
and you know, it is. There's, you know, I do consider that you know, a lot of things that we set out to do, you know, like 6 or so years ago, you know, are achieved mostly. I mean, people are pretty free to you know, put their books out. No one's going to mess with them. Occasionally you'll get people on social media trying to mess with people, but you know, for the most part they kind of get ignored now, which is good. I'm not saying it never happens,
right?
But you know, for those instances where it does, I mean, Fund My Comic is right there to swoop in and say, hey, we're not going to, you know, take you down just because we don't agree with, you know, whatever it is you believe.
Right. And Indiegogo never shadow banned my campaigns, but they shadow banned my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I originally took the campaign off there. There is a new campaign up there. Like
and they doxed me. They doxed me. They doxed my home address for 24 hours. Yeah, they did it to a bunch of us. Yeah. They didn't update. They didn't update on their sign up pages. They made their really cool layout sign up pages look really bad. I hate how it looks now. And when they did that, everyone who had a sign up page, their home address was written at the top for 24 hours.
That's horrific. That's horrific. Oh my God. Yeah, look.
And then as I messaged them like, what gives? You know, I had to freaking cancel my campaign. They're like, oh, it's been fixed now.
But I mean, think about it. They are shadow banning people's campaigns, which means that they're not doing their job, right? Because you're giving them your money. So presumably,
they changed the terms of service to say they don't have to promote you. There's no just because you put it on their site doesn't mean it's going to show up.
That's amazing. I mean, look, and I understand, like a lot of people, you know, they use Indiegogo because, and that's why I have one on there right now for this campaign. But like I said, that's just for the trade paperbacks, all the cool shit, all the fly shit, all of the exclusive shit is here. Because we have to disinvest. We have to disinvest from them. And it's so easy to create
for me, it's about options. Just like, you know, some people prefer to back an Indiegogo. And Indiegogo's actually up their game in terms of how they set up campaigns. Now, you haven't done it because you've just done the bare bones over there. But if you had, they actually really updated the way they do add-ons and variations and everything. It's pretty sophisticated now. Good to see that they're actually investing in their site again after so many years. But it's for a lot of people, it's like, well, too little, too late, and never coming back. Anyway, neither here nor there. The point is, give people options if they want to back here, there, wherever they want to back.
We should be using all the platforms. I mean, I'm going to do a Kickstarter at some point for this, right? Maybe for you know, but right now, I really believe that Fund My Comic needs our support because
definitely, I'm about to throw up Pain of Death on there once I've once I'm not so just completely being squeezed right now. I've one last thing to do, which is send my hardcover for Pain of Death to print.
Nice.
And then I'll probably throw everything up. Maybe I'll wait until the Indiegogo and Kickstarters end, and then I'll put it up on because I've had 4 people say to me, I want to back your book, but I only want to back it on Fund My Comic. Like, that's good enough to me.
Really?
Let's do it there. Hey, I want to ask about these guys. Who are these guys in this Zeppelin? Because they look a little. Who's this guy in his little outfit here?
Well, those are Lord Chilblain's pilots of his dirigible, of his Zeppelin. And
His what? Sorry.
Of his dirigible.
Dirigible. Is that what they're called?
Yes.
Dirigible.
Yes, and I actually did research where I could actually make it feasible that he would have a Zeppelin. There were actually reports of dirigibles, like dirigible sightings in the old.
Because when were they even invented?
They first really came to fore in the early 1900s. They were used in World War I, for instance.
Yep, that's how I kind of know them from.
Right. So
I used to love shooting them down in old World War One.
I know, me too. Yeah, and Red Baron always go for the Zeppelin.
Ah, yes, I love that
baby.
guy.
Yeah, baby. But presumably this is a prototype that was created by a friend of his, since he's heir to a arms manufacturing fortune. A friend of his by the name of Zeppelin. Yes.
Oh,
yes. The guy who
look at it. Brian's done the research.
Yes. Oh, always.
He knows his
always.
shit. Thank you, Jake Martin, who's just gifted 5 Bogan memberships. Thank you very much, my friend. That is very much appreciated. You know what you get.
You little ripper!
Thank you. And also, Johnny Wrights Comics has just signed up by himself. Thank you very much. What the hell?
Yeah.
You get this as well.
Well, cheers, biggies.
Uncle Chop Chop.
Uncle Chop. You know Uncle Chop Chop.
Of course I know Uncle Chop Chop. Who do you think you're talking to?
You pop off their toes? Why? Oh, I love the sound of it. It's great. What does he pop them off with a wire with a thing cutter? It's like, oh, they just pop right off, you know? Love it.
Most people don't know who Uncle Chop Chop is. Everybody, if you've never seen the movie Chopper, go watch that.
If you ever want to know why Eric Bana was a movie star, it's because he starred in this Aussie film called Chopper. And he should, if it was a popular film, he would have won an Oscar for it. But people in the States thought that was him. Like that's him and not Eric Bana. They didn't realize how he completely became this infamous character from Australian gang history. And I always tell this story. What's that?
And literary icon. Best-selling author.
Best-selling author, yeah. I'm a best-selling author. And I can't even bloody read. I can't. It's amazing. You know, all these lofty elites. I'm a best-selling author. And Mark bloody Chopper Reed. And I always tell this story that when I first met Mel and I wanted to show her an Australian film, I showed her Chopper and she was mortified. Because she didn't understand the culture. Now she loves it. But
oh my God, it could have been worse. You could have shown her Wake in Fright.
There's lots of things I could have shown her. Neff asks when we're going to get a 6-gun gorilla AR-15 orangutan crossover, to which Mo replies, ARO and 6-gun gorilla are separated by the Gulf of Time, but they may meet in the lucent dream world in simian somnambulance. So yeah, look forward to that. Could happen.
Well, I mean, there are some planned crossovers. I know with the 656 crew, we're going to do a Man Dog 6-gun gorilla crossover.
That's nice.
Yeah. And 6-gun gorilla will return, but it's going to be in a ensemble book. That is to say, he'll be coming back, but he's going to be one of 7 new characters that are going to be part of the expanded 6-gun gorilla universe. And so it's going to be like he'll be back, but he's not going to be the star. He's going to be part of a ensemble.
This is, I think, my very first 6 a.m. sticker that I ever got in the 6-gun gorilla one.
Yeah,
I love that one.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, you can see it right there on the side of my computer. It's too damn small.
I remember you telling me that, so I made mine bigger. Yeah, I made them bigger than I thought I needed to.
Yeah,
I was
so
happy that
folks,
I did that.
this is going to be a much bigger sticker. And of course,
Sumo
there's a
says,
lot of
"Hey,
poster.
I finally got the ginger root hand icon.
Yeah,
Thank you
man.
very much, Sumo, for being a bogan in the chat." He says it's worth every ignored comment. Good. This is so anyone who backs today and for the next 23 odd hours,
Yes.
you will get you get the Dillard print. Was that right, or is it the Preston print?
I think you get. I know you get this. I probably
get
should
this definitely.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll throw in the.
mentioned-
I'll throw in a Dillard print as well because it's so damn beautiful. But yeah, you will be getting this, and you will also be getting, I believe, a print of the Matt Slay piece that.
Oh, nice.
That he did, and like I said, people that backed the previous campaign, you're getting this stuff, and probably also maybe. I'm thinking an ash can for the Dandy, which is a story that Jason Orpheus is illustrating right now, which is going to be the first story from the expanded Six Gun Gorilla universe.
Oh my god, it's all happening. I got to go back and check. I got to go back and check to see if I jumped on the last campaign. I can't remember if it was 2 campaigns ago or the last one. So if I might just bite the bullet and just jump in here again. Why the hell not? I gotta go check to see what I got up to back there in the shelf, and then because I definitely want to finish out this story. Absolutely,
dude,
in my top 5 indie comics.
I got you. You know that.
Look at that, a really good Western. Really enjoyed it. It's a page turner. Mr. Chuck Dixon. Mike Barron calls it majestic.
I know. Is that crazy? Yeah.
Rootin', tootin', 6-gun shooting.
Yes. Joe R. Lansdale. He was the first guy to give me a review. Those of you that don't know who Joe R. Lansdale is, the guy is a friggin' icon. He has worked in comics, but he's best known as a novelist. And he was actually coming back from the set of a movie based on one of his novels called Cold in July, which I highly recommend, by the way. And he then sent me this wonderful little quote. Awesome, and I've been a fan of his since I was like in high school. So that was one of those moments where you're just like everything could go to shit, but no one could ever take this one away from me. So thank you, Joe.
Well, note here to say, if you back the previous campaign, Brian's going to hook you up. Don't worry about it. It's coming.
Oh, well, I mean, look, I love my backers because y'all are the ones that literally make our dreams come true. And there are
make it all possible.
Make it all possible. We couldn't be doing this shit. I wouldn't be on volume issue 10, volume 2 trade paperback. This would not be happening.
I think the first time that you probably just had, I don't know, maybe the first 4, maybe 5. I can't remember. All those years ago.
Yeah.
How many you had. But I think for the first time you were putting them into a collected edition. I remember that.
Yes.
Look at this. You're at 45% funded.
Woo!
Just need a couple more. We have Phil in the house. We'll be back in a couple of days to do this all over again. Phil is doing something very exciting. Psycho Slumber with Adam Lawson.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite local comic shop ambassador. Awesome creator.
Yeah,
they've got 50, actually it's only 49. They've got 49 copies of their book that they're going to have on a campaign. It's super exclusive. I like this idea. And they're also auctioning another one as we speak. So that's happening in a couple of days though. Just letting everyone know.
Oh yeah. And Phil's killing it. The new Lost Pages is just freaking fantastic.
I still haven't gotten mine yet, so waiting.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I can't wait. This one. Again, that's another one of my my favorites.
Really, really great stuff.
So how long is this thing? The full, like the volume 2 trade paperback? That's like that one that's like this thick, yeah.
Right. The first one was the first 6 issues. This is going to be
6
the last
issues. Yeah.
4 issues. So this is going to be 96 pages, but it's probably going to be longer because the story that Jason Orpheus is illustrating right now is, I think, 12 to 14 pages. And I'm
Mhm.
probably going to throw that in the back of this as a little
Oh, nice.
backup feature, or I'm going to do it as a ash can, or maybe even both. But I think it's probably going to, because I know that when I get extra stuff, when I back a book, it's always best when I get extra pages, right? Like, to me,
Yeah.
that's cooler
Yeah.
than a bookmark or a magnet or a sticker or something like that.
Hey! I love my magnets.
No, well, magnets are
People-
cool. And stickers are cool too.
People want me to make a bookmark, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to send. If I do make it, I'm gonna have to send it to print today. I think to be done in time. So we'll see.
Everybody loves the ginger.
I just remember, I love this color. I love this cover on the left here. It's so good. It's probably my favorite. I mean,
really
Preston's is amazing as well, but it's just, I know something about it. The color, just the vibe, just the vibe of it. Great logo too, by the way.
Thank you.
Really has the feel to it. So you can get that. You can get the both the trade paperbacks 1 and 2 there. You can get 9 and 10 as floppies. This got the cover by Dillard. You can just get issue 9, which is this amazing Preston cover. Get issue 10 as soon as it's ready.
Yep.
And then we've got the variants here. There's that volume 1 graphic novel. Digital, you can get all the floppies. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
For the super collector.
Yes, because some people love their floppies. And well,
oh yeah, they're easy to read. I get it. People just want a light flat. It is a little bit of a thing. Like, as much as I loved, speaking of Chuck Dixon, probably my favorite book of, I think it was 2023, at least when I read it. Was Hunted Ninja Bear, and that's a big thick book. So it's like when I'm lying in bed, kind of falling asleep, it's like you might hit yourself in the head with it if you kind of falling above there. But yeah, I do agree. Yeah, people do like the old floppy comic. Graham Langus really likes the one on the right. Man, there's so much cool art, and there's different art styles and everything throughout over the years. So lots to jump into. Bancroft, this is your one opportunity. This is Mo speaking, to have a book long enough that people may need a bookmark for. That is true. You point that out. Yeah, I think people might need a bookmark for mine actually. So that's a good argument. And I still need to do something with Dean James's art. So that's probably where I'm headed.
There you go.
Need to get
People
that
like bookmarks.
sorted.
They're always useful.
$45 will get you that 3D printed figurine that we looked at earlier. Brian's gonna let me go full screen again in case people are just jumping in now.
And as you can see, the detail on this is really, really nice.
So crazy.
I know.
Great likeness too.
I know. Yeah, well, it was Adam Lawson who hooked me up with.
He found you a sculptor.
Yeah, and he did just an absolutely beautiful job on this.
Oh yeah, because he's he does all the games. He's the games man.
Yes,
is there anything that man can't do?
No. Yeah, look. I mean, he's an awesome guy, incredible creator, wonderful to work with, just a cool guy, and his name is always associated with quality, which is very
he's the one. Actually, that's a fan. Thank you for making that segue. Just if I can just pause this for a moment. He's the one who said to me, he said, Bancroft, if you're going to make T-shirts, make them as high quality as you can. I said, yeah, I'm worried about he's like, don't worry about the price. If people want a T-shirt, they're going to pay for it. But when they get a T-shirt, they want to be able to wear it. So, they make the print quality and make the T-shirt quality. And so I'm so lucky just where I live. We live next to this huge industrial area where it's just, you got 1,000 small businesses doing anything you can want pretty much. And one of them is a hand printing, super high quality, all plastisol inks, all cotton, pure cotton, premium T-shirt screen printer. I just drove around and picked them up. They're like 7 minutes away. And I just picked these up. And dude, the color looks a bit washed out here, but man, it looks so good. The print
That's
came
bitchin',
out,
dude. Color doesn't look
friggin'
washed out. It looks
epic.
great to me. It's got like a great 80s look to it.
Yeah. I wanted it to be kind of a bit muted and dark.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
Because I always like with t-shirts, you want to be able to wear it. You know, you don't want to people go like, oh, what is that thing you're wearing? It looks cool, you know. So I've got all of them. I'm wearing mine. It's friggin' great.
It's really cool.
I'm just super excited about it. I also just want to shout out that like you're doing with the first day. I can't remember if it was first day or first week on my campaign, but anyway, the first ended up being the first 400 odd backers or something. They all get this super shiny. It's almost chromium. It's like a metallic printed
shiny
card of the cover there. So everyone gets that. Not to be confused with the error card that I was giving away during the campaign. So if you won the error card, you're going to get that instead. And that's the super exclusive version that says the Lucent Waking Dream on the back by mistake. You know, error cards are like, they're more valuable. So, and I'm sure you're going to appreciate that. Also, just lastly, this fantastic trading card. These are so thick. Like, this is super high quality trading card. Everyone's getting this. This is Ella by Dearman, who came third in the fan art contest. So everyone's getting that. So yeah, I've got everything now except, well, the books are being printed. And
you gotta be excited. Yeah, you gotta be excited.
Yeah, but I can't get excited just yet because I still have to send him the final print file for the hardcover of Painted Death, and there's still some things need to fix on that. So it's like
there, like me and Preston with the 6-gun, we're like right on the cusp, right on the
yeah. And even when you think you're there, there's still little things you need to do. I mean, that's just that's how people find out. Like, people find out, especially if they've been working in the industry or whatever as artists, and then they come and then they run it. If they all say, man, crowdfunding is 100 times harder than just drawing. There's so many things. And that's not even counting the friggin' marketing.
I know.
You got to be your own hype man. It's crazy out there.
You do. You have to hustle. And I would much rather be spending time writing comic books than hustling, but that's part of the job. Speaking of hustling, do you mind if I share my screen real quick?
Please do, my friend.
I would love to give you a little preview of Blood Moon Stomp, which I am doing with the awesome Adam Lawson.
Adam loves these kind of gritty, horror-inspired, scary type stories. I've noticed that's his bread and butter. And I know you are the horror guy, so I guess it was
that's what made me nervous about writing this was like, oh crap, I'm the horror guy, and Adam came to me and he said, I want The Wrestler meets The Shining, and I was like, I can do that. And but once again, it's just like, well, shit, I'm the horror guy. It's like I hope this delivers. But now
who's doing the art on this? This looks friggin' amazing.
Isn't it amazing? This is Maxi Diallo, who did the Finch stories that I did for the Kill Journal, with colors by Sean Spicer. And what can I say? Adam loves Maxi's work, but he wanted somebody else for this. And I was like, no, Maxi. And I lobbied for him, and Adam convinced Adam, and Adam is now like, yeah, no, you were totally right. He's just
Maxi did the Kids and Monsters book for Adam.
Yes, he did. Which
I do believe is progressing. It's getting into stores. It may be other things might be happening with it. So very exciting stuff.
Those are the plans that Adam has for this. And what can I say? It is looking.
Man, these look nuts.
Right. So when he told me that I could share these, I was pretty psyched.
Blood Moon Stomp, great logo too. I always feel like I say this to Rob. It's like whenever I get off hanging out with like we end the stream. I shouldn't say get off because the chat's going to go. whenever we stop streaming, and I was like, it's like, man, why does Adam hang out with us? Who are we? Why is he slumming with us down here in Indieland? Man, he just friggin' loves this stuff. He's just like, he's one of the most passionate guys about.
He is
making these cool stories that he works in the industry. Phil says gross. He works in the industry, so he knows. He sees how corporate and bland and safe it is over there. So he's loving making these just gritty, grimy, dirty. I read the Kill Journal and I was disgusted. Like, I'm not a horror guy. I love Stranger Things. I grew up. Like all kids do, they watch Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and all that sort of stuff. But it's not my kind of thing. And when he shocked me, I was like, "Oh, this is hardcore. This is a hardcore book."
Yes.
But it was such a cool story. I was like, I didn't ever consider stopping reading, even though I was like, oh, this is hurting me in my heart right now.
Right.
It's so violent and gory and everything. But man, he's into it, and I know you are as well.
I am. I mean, I agree with Guillermo del Toro that horror is the bravest genre. I always love it because you can get away with murder. You can do things in horror you can't do anywhere else. What up, Matt? Good to see you, brother, man.
Yeah, yes. I hadn't seen Matt in a while, and then he was on a stream the other day, and we just, hey, Matt, how you been, man? Hope he's doing well. I think he's doing some comic reviews or something.
Yeah, we're working on something together too. We're working on something called the Puritanian. Nice. Yeah. And every Thursdays, we alternate between the Horror Movie Club and the Spaghetti Western Jamboree, where we cover horror movies and spaghetti westerns. This week, we're doing For a Few Dollars More by Sergio Leone.
Very good. Yeah, I'm with you, Cranberry. I
wish.
I used to watch horror as a sort of a bravery test,
yeah. It has that element to it, for sure, especially when you're younger.
Yeah, and then I realized, I didn't actually enjoy a lot of the stories, but I've since come back and I've been watching things that I love, and I'm like, hang on, this is basically a horror, and I'm loving the story. So as long as the story's there and it's all cool, I will have to deal with it. But I'm like that guy that watches them like this. I'm like, oh no, I can't like that. I seriously do.
Literally. I mean, I always call horror the vodka of genres because it mixes with everything. It mixes with science fiction.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
High fantasy, right? What's a Dungeons and Dragons story without monsters, right?
Yeah.
So
to me, I was like, watching Predator. There's some horrific things in Predator, even though it was sold as like an action sci-fi. It's a friggin' horror movie. It's horrific.
Yes. He's pulling people's spines out.
They're skinning people, and they're chopping arms off, and and RoboCop. Oh my god! I mean, I wouldn't call it a horror, but there's some scenes in there that I'm like,
totally horrific.
I shouldn't have watched that when I was 9 years old.
Well, I mean, I'm somebody that believes in people talk about age-appropriate sex education. I believe in age-appropriate horror education. Right? You don't start the kids out with like a Serbian film. You don't start them out with Cannibal Holocaust.
I'm not watching either of those.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah, my friend told me about that. I was like, well,
it's not for everybody.
All that.
Seen them
I'm gonna go over here and watch. I'm gonna go over here and watch. I don't know, some rom-com probably with Mel.
See, that's horrific for me, right? Chick flicks. Yeah. Oh my god, I just like sit through a chick flick with a girlfriend, and I'm just thinking the way I get through it is I just imagine like, wouldn't it be great if a bunch of werewolves just showed up and just started ripping everybody apart?
I always do think of that. Imagine if someone did that. They started off a movie you thought you were watching a feel-good romantic comedy, and then people just start like ripping heads off. Probably people will get upset. They want their money back.
For sure. Cranberry Langers says, I'm into the Blob, Creature from the Black Lagoon, huge Creature from the Black Lagoon stan. As a matter of fact, the new Creature from the Black Lagoon comic is really, really good. Although it doesn't have enough Creature from the Black Lagoon in it, in my humble opinion.
That seems like a missed opportunity.
Well, it's, I mean, look, I mean, that's why I remember I was going to have, like, you know, the gorilla appear later in the issue. And a friend of mine was like, no, if I'm buying a comic called Six Gun Gorilla, in the first 3 pages, I want some gorilla action. Right?
Yeah, you listening, Rob Arnold? We're still waiting for issue 4 of the Replicator when we'll finally see the Replicator. And I've seen the Replicator, and it's pretty cool.
Have you really?
But
So it's
yeah,
not an urban legend.
No, it's real. There is a character called the Replicator in the Replicator. You wouldn't have known all these years that there is, but it does exist.
Awesome.
I'm with you, Awesome One. I love the Notebook. Henry Beamer says the Notebook is horrifying. I mean, it's sad. That's I like it. Who is the Replicator exactly? Was it Rob all along? Find out whenever he releases that book. It looks like we're not going to get funded tonight on the show, but maybe you will tonight off the show.
Maybe later. Maybe later tonight.
Yeah,
I will be streaming.
You will be?
I will be streaming. I will be hopping on other people's streams also.
The people demand to see you smoke that fine cigar that handed to you by Dan Frager. So
yes, all tobacco. All tobacco. Tobacco on the outside and on the inside.
What's wrong with that? You know?
I mean, it's a Fraga cigar. Can I also really quickly encourage people to go and check out the campaign? Well, it's not the campaign; it's the pre-launch for Hell Night, which is. Shall I share my screen, or do you want me just to drop the?
Share your screen and drop the link in. I'll put it in the chat there.
Okay, let me see the private chat. This is a book that I'm doing with Preston that is based on a really what was kind of a joke. It was this little thing that he did that was like I think it was like a 2-pager that was in the back. There it is. Thank you, dude. That was in the back of the first issue of Doc Salem. And it was this goofy little thing. And he asked me, like, do you think that this could be turned into like a real, like, kind of like a horror premise? And I was like, shit, yeah. And so this is very much our mutual love letter to the Marvel horror comics of the 70s. So you've got some Ghost Rider. You've also got some Jack Kirby Demon in here. You've got Son of Satan. You've got a lot of stuff going on. And of course, it's
this is Preston. This is Preston, and this is you. You're both.
It is actually me. You recognize that, really? Because I looked at that, I was like, that looks nothing like me.
Yeah, that's you with if you grew your hair out on the side.
Skull it.
Yeah. And then that's Preston. I mean, it's like you two out on a night down at the tavern.
Yeah, with
the goblins and the wenches.
I had to actually ask Preston to tune down some of the gore in issues 9 and 10.
He was like, "Why did you do this with me? If that's what you ask."
Right? And like I specifically asked him to remove this like severed bloody toe because it was distracting. Right? And I know one of these days he's gonna
like with me and nipples. Exactly. It's distracting. Right. No one wants to see those nipples. Hide them. Cover them up.
But with Hell Night, when I'm writing for Preston, I'm writing it so I'm giving him like stuff I know he's gonna love to draw and where he can just go off and just go full Preston. And he's going full Preston on Hell Night. For reals. For reals.
For realies.
Yeah. So sign up for the pre-campaign for this, folks, and you're gonna get something cool. Cool and exclusive. Not late.
I've just seen that Jeremy Ice and Fire has just gone live, so I'm going to send everyone over there. It's been a while since I've done a raid over to Jeremy.
Seriously?
His channel's been going nuts lately. He's talking Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. He's getting like hundreds of people in there.
That's great.
Freaking amazing. I'm so happy for Jeremy. It's one of my best friends that I've met on in this YouTube and everything. So happy to send it over there. Kramer Langer says the art looks really great. I mean, well, it's Preston. It's the dude doesn't do bad art. It's not a
Oh my god. Yeah.
The dude brings it every single time. So yeah, we can be rest assured. If you are on the fence, do consider backing today if you want the extra good stuff, the extra prints and stuff like that. Back on Fund My Comic if you want all the good shit. You can also back on Indiegogo if you're just looking for the book. But Fun Six Gun Gorilla. This is it, everyone. The end of the arc, the full story. Not many people get here, by the way, in Hindi. So
can I give a little piece of advice to people that are interested in starting crowdfunding in comics? Do not start out with a 10-issue story. You're fucking done in 1, 3 tops, but not a fucking 10-issue arc.
It's rare that people actually get there, so that's pretty.
I know. So I'm grateful. Could have done it without the backers. Could have done it without you and all the other wonderful people who have had me on to pimp my stuff. So, much love and gratitude.
Always a pleasure, man. We got to help each other out. That's how we.
Definitely.
We ain't Disney.
Nope.
We're not here to destroy. Nope. We're here to create and build.
Yes. You want the cool shit? You want the fly shit? You got to come to us.
And we don't have any $1 billion IPs to attach our stories to. So we gotta do it just with good writing, good old fashioned stories, and good characters and all that sort of stuff. So you're doing your part. I'm trying to do my part. A lot of others are doing the same. So I'm always happy to help out.
Thanks, man.
That's it for me. I got to get back to work, everyone. So
thank you so much, Michael. Once again.
My pleasure, man. My pleasure. I hope you grabbed a Lucent t-shirt. I hope you backed Six Gun Gorilla. All this stuff is coming. It's all cool. And I hope you'll stick around and go see what Jeremy's up to. If you haven't watched From, it's a really good TV show. Speaking of horror, there you go. It's another horror I love. So, all right, everyone, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all have a fantastic night. I will see you. If I don't see you tomorrow because I'm busy working, I will definitely see you in a couple of days for the launch of Psycho Slumber, which is going to be epic. All right. Have a good night. Bye.